When it comes to gains, one of the most important things in your regimen is sleep. A lot of people get this wrong because they don't know that, or most people don't know that when you're making gains, most of that action is happening when you're actually asleep. When you're sleeping, you're actually recovering from the damage that you've done to your muscles overnight. So if you're getting a good night's sleep, you can bet you're making the most out of your training. But sometimes we need a little bit of extra, and I'm not talking about anything pharmaceutical that'll help put you to sleep. I'm talking about natural sleep aid supplements that has nothing but natural ingredients to help you go to sleep. Now, one supplement I've been trying, or I have tried, is Hypnos. This one is from Chaos and Pain, and I'm gonna review it, let you know what the ingredient label is, what ingredients it has, and then from there, I'm gonna go over my review and then let you know if it's worth trying. And honestly, this is a company that actually makes really good supplements as far as pre-workouts and protein powders goes. But when I heard about their Hypnos, I actually learned that this is one of their most popular items that they sell. So I had no choice. I had to try this. And so let's get it. So as you're well aware, I'm always about pre-workouts. I love the strong stuff. I mean, you don't even need to be aware. You can see it. I love high energy type of pre-workouts, but the problem is a lot of it has a lot of stimulants and it stays in the system for way too long. Now, sleep aids can help fix the timing of your sleep, and it actually has an overtime effect where when you stop taking it, your body just knows it's time for sleep because of the time that you used to take the sleep aid. At least in my theory, the way it's supposed to work, you build like a habit of sleep, and when you do that, you fall asleep at the same time every night. Hopefully, you build a habit. Of course, like some people will fall back to their old habits. So how you use this is up to you. It's not really like something addicting. Now Hypnos is a 4-gram scoop, but the ingredients are highly dosed. They're generously dosed, and it's simple. Like the list has what you need, and the doses are proper. First ingredient on here is magnesium. That's dosed at 25 milligrams. Now this is not dosed like highly. If you're already taking a multivitamin and you take this along with it, you're fine. It only has 6% of your daily value of magnesium. So magnesium is a must when you want proper sleep as well, because it helps lower cortisol, it helps relax the muscles in the body, and especially the central nervous system, and especially if you're training really hard, magnesium is a must. And same with the next ingredient, which is zinc. Zinc, there's actually a highly bioavailable form of this in here in Hypnos, and that's zinc. I'm going to say it wrong, picolinate. Now there's 57% of your daily value in here at 6.3 milligrams of zinc. You've probably taken zinc in a DMAA formula and something that promises like test boosting like effects. Zinc is really important because when you train, you're actually depleting zinc, and when you're under stress in general, it can deplete zinc as well. So it plays an important role not only in the immune system but also in energy function. So when you're getting a proper amount of zinc, you're going to be optimizing your energy levels throughout the day, or at least the next day. So the next ingredient is GABA. Like this is an ingredient that's not only used in sleep aids, but apparently in pre-workouts as well. Do you remember Dark Energy? That had GABA as well as DMAA. GABA is like a relaxing ingredient. It's similar to theanine. It can induce like a relaxation type of phase, but when it's taken with stimulants like Dark Energy, it actually has like a relaxing in the zone type of focus. But in a sleep aid like theanine, it's versatile. You can use it in a sleep aid and you'll feel like really relaxed, and there's no caffeine, obviously, there's no stimulants. So it's just relaxation from GABA in here, and that's dosed at 500 milligrams. 500 is a very nice dose. It's not overly done, and it's definitely not underdosed at all. And theanine, speaking of big doses, that's dosed at 450 milligrams. This is also a versatile ingredient that's used in pre-workouts. It's a relaxing type of ingredient that reduces anxiety, and when it's taken with stimulants, it actually causes like a smooth output of energy, which lasts longer, and you're less likely to experience a crash. But in the sleep aid, it just induces relaxation, reduces anxiety. So 450 milligrams is a really nice dose. And the next ingredient, speaking of relaxation, valerian root extract dosed at 300 milligrams. This is a nice ingredient as well for relaxation. And then there's L-tryptophan. That's actually something found in Turkey. You know, on Thanksgiving, the reason why you feel sleepy is because of this ingredient, L-tryptophan, is because it causes sleepiness and induces just like a deep sleep state that you're primed to get into. Hops, this is an interesting ingredient. It's actually found in beer. Apparently it's found in beer. I was doing some research and found that out. It's a relaxing type. So hops is a relaxing type of ingredient as well. And mucan purins extract dosed at 50 milligrams. Sorry, hops is also dosed at 50 milligrams. Mucan That's actually a way for supplement companies to put L-Dopa in here in supplements, because it helps with dopamine production, and more dopamine means more motivation, more energy. But when you have that in a sleep aid, you're just gonna feel good without causing like a energy surge. So L-Dopa is nice to have. Passion flower, another interesting and sleepy type of ingredient that just causes relaxation, inducing sleepiness, and it works really well for people who suffer from insomnia. So melatonin really helps with falling asleep and staying asleep, but really falling asleep because it's a hormone that's naturally produced by the body. Melatonin is super effective. That's why you'll find it in sleep aids, and even on its own. Melatonin is one of my favorite ingredients to use for a sleep aid. You can find it on its own, and it's a super cheap ingredient to have. I actually have it in bulk. And whenever I have trouble sleeping or my sleep cycle is just messed up, I take melatonin, and that helps me. That helps put me to sleep, basically. Melatonin, I love it. It's a great ingredient on its own, and in a sleep aid, it's a killer ingredient. And here it's dosed at 2 milligrams, which is more than enough. I take quarter of that dosage, and it works really well. So about the servings, this is one rounded scoop for the ingredient and dosages I was talking about. So you could take potentially 2 scoops, and a lot of people have been. So the dosages in here that I've talked about are for 1 scoop, and you could potentially take up to 2 scoops. For my review, I've been taking 1 scoop, and I have tried 2 scoops before, but 1 scoop was more than enough, 1 heaping scoop. And that's actually the dosages here, and it's every rounded scoop has these dosages that I talked about. So my review using Hypnos. I use the whole bottle. It's already empty, and look at the scoops. It's a sleep aid. Like there are pre-workouts with this tiny ass scoop. Like I can't think of any, but this is a tiny scoop, and this scoop of ingredients of Hypnos from Chaos and Pain puts you to sleep. Puts me to sleep, at least. This is something I've never taken. I've never taken a pharmaceutical sleep aid. A pharmaceutical sleep aid, or whatever they call it, will force you to sleep. This isn't going to force you to sleep. This is a sleep aid. It aids you to fall asleep. It puts you in a prime state to fall asleep, just like a pre-workout would. Before a workout, it would give you that motivation and higher energy levels that you need to dominate your workout and your lifts. This is a sleep aid, meaning it's gonna put you in a state of sleepiness and tiredness where your mind just like slows down to a halt. It does the opposite of a pre-workout, right? It goes the opposite way, and it just winds you down. This is a sleep aid. This is what this whole category is about. This is easily my top 2, or maybe 3 of sleep aids. When it comes to the ingredients in here, they're properly dosed, and they're huge dosages, and of like everything just works in synergy, at least in my experience taking this. Now, I would take this in a full cup of water. I usually take it like an hour before sleep, so I have enough time to go to the bathroom, and that way I won't be interrupted by the need to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But if you have that problem, then you might want to take way less than a cup. And the flavor I have is lemon berry nectar, and for flavoring, like I usually don't care about flavors, but for sleep aid, I can sip on it and enjoy it. So I have the right to talk about the flavor and how good it is. And lemon berry, let me tell you, lemon berry was like drinking a sugary drink. It tasted like it has sugar, but it doesn't have sugar. It has artificial and natural ingredients and a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but other ingredients as well. And there's artificial sweeteners in here, but that might be why it's so sweet, but it tastes super good. I can sip on it for like an hour, no problem. I'm enjoying this. Like this is something, I enjoy it. Like I enjoyed the flavor, and when I drink it, I'm like slowly going into like a sleep state, like sleepiness state. You know, before you go to bed, your eyes like slowly shut, and you're sitting on the couch maybe before you reach your bedroom, and you're like, oh man, I just want to crash. And that's like the feeling I have when I drink this. Typically for me, I don't have that feeling as much because I take a lot of pre-workouts that have a lot of stimulants, and this causes me to think more at night and kind of delay my sleep. I don't have a normal sleep pattern normally. Like I normally don't have like a set time for sleep, although I'm trying to fix that. But with this, if I drink this at say 11 p.m., by 12 a.m., I have to sleep. Like I cannot stay out further than that. This puts me in a state of like ultimate like this is the end of the night. Like I cannot go any further. I'm done. Like my thinking, there's no, like while my thinking is clear, there's nothing on my mind stressing me. And I have a lot of stress because I manage everything myself, and I have some help from my assistant. And so the stress just builds up because it's a business that I run, and I run multiple businesses. So it puts the stress on myself with that. But when I drink this, the stress subsides, and like I might think about it for a second, but it's not making me think about it. Like if that makes sense, it's not hanging on my mind where it's like, okay, then what? No, it's just there and it just subsides. I can just like write it down and forget about it, but it won't be on my mind. Like my stress just falls to zero, like sub-zero. Like I am relaxed. I cannot open any like big subjects. Like before I go to bed, I can scroll on my phone, right? And I can go in a like a path of Googling and searching and YouTubing, and thoughts come into my mind. But with Hypnos, none of that happens. And if I do go on my phone, which is okay, like I'll check something, but that path of going down the rabbit hole of searching and wandering and thinking and stuff like this is not awakening my mind, and it's not there anymore. Like I am done when I'm taking, that's the best way I can put it. I am done when I take this. Like an hour later after taking this, I cannot not go to bed. I have to sleep, and in the morning, there's no hangover, by the way. And the next day, I don't feel any fogginess. I'm clear-headed, I feel good, and I just feel refreshed. Like, honestly, I have taken sleep aids before, so I know what it's supposed to feel like. And some of them actually have like really strong ingredients, like Phenoboot. That's something you want to avoid because it actually has withdrawals. And I have tried Phenoboot on its own, and it did have withdrawals. Just it had the opposite effect of relaxation when you don't take it for a while. And when you take it for a while, you kind of like depend on it. And there's nothing in here that makes me have withdrawals. So after I stopped taking this, I still had that sleepiness at the same time. But of course, like the relaxation wasn't there, but I was just like sleepy at the same time. Because your body builds a habit. When you fall asleep at a certain time every day for a while, you tend to keep that routine going, because the body is like everything you do is a routine. So when you wake up at the same time every day. When you sleep, ideally you want to sleep at the same time, and your body will produce these hormones, and what's in here will help produce those hormones, so you get into that habit. And that's where I think sleep aids play a key role. I wouldn't say it fixes things, but I would say it would really help if you have trouble keeping a proper routine of sleep. Then you'll want to take something like this. And if you have trouble staying asleep as well, because there's stuff in here that helps you stay asleep, like magnesium, that increases quality of sleep. And my quality of sleep was way up. And about the lucid dreaming, by the way, yeah, I guess I had clear dreaming, but I wouldn't take a sleep aid just for that. The sleep aid should help with deep sleep, and it should make you feel better the next day. And when you have really good sleep, you're recovering much better from your workouts. It's not like going to magically increase your bench press or anything, but recovery builds up over time when you're having a good routine of sleep, and you'll just be better rested. You'll work out better. You'll come to the gym with a better state of mind because you're more rested. So if you're having trouble like staying asleep, falling asleep, then I can see how a sleep aid would help. And I think this will come in clutch, like especially if you're taking a lot of caffeine. But it's not going to force you to sleep. It's not going to force you to go to sleep, right? You want to, you do want to be careful with your caffeine intake. You don't want to take it past a certain time because caffeine really has a long half-life. And if you can't sleep because of caffeine and you take this, you're going to feel relaxed and sort of sleepy. But caffeine can still have like an effect on sleep. So be careful with your stimulant intake, and I'm gonna link to the best price I find and let you get some of this. Hopefully you can try it. And by the way, you only need one scoop. Even half a scoop would have some effect, because melatonin, when it's taken in small doses, like below 1 milligram, it still has an effect. So you can find any of these ingredients on its own and you would still have like a nice proper relaxation phase before you sleep, and I think that's nice to have. But when you have a sleep aid that puts all these ingredients together, that not only puts you in a sleepy state but also increases sleep quality and makes you just feel better the next day and more motivated to go work out, more energy, because better recovery means more energy, more gains to be made, you know. So try it. Chaos and Pain killed it in the sleep category. This is easily one of the best. There's no Fitaboot in here, so there isn't any withdrawals when you stop taking it. There's no side effects. Take it for a month, and I guarantee like the next month, if you keep that same routine of sleep, you'll continue to have good sleep. But I have to get more. So enjoy it, try it. If you try it, let me know. If you have another sleep aid that you like, let me know as well. I love to hear your comments. It really motivates me to keep making videos, and thank you for watching.